At first glance, the giraffe's long neck looks majestic, but once you dig deeper, it starts to feel more like a burden than a blessing. Their massive necks are incredibly heavy, and every step they take is like balancing a fragile tower. To keep blood flowing to the brain, their hearts have to be absurdly large. That oversized heart has to pump with enough pressure to cause problems in almost any other animal. This constant strain means their entire cardiovascular system is under stress all the time. If a giraffe didn't have specialized valves, they'd probably pass out just from bending down too quickly. Speaking of bending down, drinking water is an absolute disaster for them. They have to awkwardly spread their legs apart or kneel in the most uncomfortable ways just to lower their head. That position leaves them completely vulnerable to predators, and lions know it. Imagine needing hydration, but also knowing it might get you killed. That's a giraffe's daily reality. Even when they do manage to drink, the sudden rush of blood to the brain can be dangerous. It's like their body is constantly playing catch-up with their own design. And then there's the issue of fighting. Male giraffes use their necks as giant clubs, swinging them against rivals in battles called necking. While it might look impressive, it's also absurdly risky, since the impact can cause serious injuries. Cracking vertebrae, damaging tissue, or simply knocking themselves dizzy is a real possibility. A neck that long becomes less of a weapon and more of a liability. And even when they fight, having a long neck doesn't guarantee success. Battles often come down to stamina and brute body strength, not just neck length. When it comes to feeding, things don't get much easier. Sure, giraffes can reach high branches, but the tallest leaves aren't always the tastiest or the most nutritious. Sometimes they're stuck stretching for mediocre meals while shorter animals happily graze below. And when giraffes try to eat grass, they run into the same awkward problem as drinking. Their necks just aren't built for ground-level meals. So they exist in this weird middle ground where they're not truly masters of the treetops or the ground. Their iconic feature has trapped them in a niche that's more awkward than advantageous. And it doesn't stop there, even their sleep suffers. Giraffes barely sleep at all, often less than 30 minutes at a time. Lying down with such a massive neck makes them an easy target for predators. When they do rest, they end up folding their necks into bizarre and uncomfortable-looking positions. Even when they try to rest standing up, their bodies are never fully relaxed. Imagine living your life always half-tired. That's the giraffe reality. Their long necks make simple movements, like turning quickly, painfully slow. Spotting predators from far away sounds like an advantage, but reacting in time is another story. By the time they swing that neck around, danger might already be right behind them. Running with a neck that heavy also makes balance tricky. Their gait looks elegant, but it's really just carefully controlled wobbling. Tripping or stumbling could mean snapping their own necks, not exactly a great design. Even their birth process is risky because of it. Giraffe calves drop nearly 6 feet to the ground the moment they're born. That's a rough start to life, and it doesn't get much easier. Young giraffes have to deal with growing into that awkward neck before they even know how to use it. And while they're growing, they're clumsy, unbalanced, and easy targets for predators. A long neck doesn't exactly help you when you're still too short to reach the trees. Even as adults, their size works against them. Wounds from fights, falls, or predator attacks take longer to heal because of how their bodies are stretched out. Their circulatory system has to push harder than almost any other mammal, and that stress adds up. The pressure is so intense that they risk rupturing blood vessels just by bending down. Their whole design feels like nature went too far in one direction. Instead of perfect balance, giraffes live at the edge of their limits every day. Their necks may look impressive, but they come with constant danger. Drinking, sleeping, eating, fighting, everything is made harder. They're trapped in a body that looks majestic, but feels impractical. Evolution gave them height, but it didn't make life easier. What looks like an advantage is actually a lifetime of compromises. Giraffes may be icons of the savanna, but they're also cautionary tales of overspecialization. Every part of their lives is shaped by this one extreme feature, and that feature often holds them back more than it helps them. Yes, giraffe necks are legendary, but living with one is far less glamorous. In truth, the long neck isn't a gift, it's a lifelong struggle dressed up as elegance.